So anyways, I finally got a meeting with Bellamy, the Bacon Bits King. Now, I know my campaign's awesome. Problem is, everybody I talk to says Bellamy's a real ball breaker.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I was hoping that maybe you could give me some tips that might give me an edge when I meet with him.
Okay, sure. Here's a good one. When you greet him, give him a good firm handshake and don't release until he does.
No. I want something different, something special.
Wear a red tie.
Power tie. That's Bush League. I'm talking about a secret weapon here, Nick.
Oh, secret weapon, huh? Okay, I think I know what you're after. But if I tell you, you gotta promise not to tell anybody else. That's a sort of a long-term strategy. When's your meeting with Bellamy? A week from today. Yeah, okay, sure. Every time a penny passes through your hands, stick it up your ass.
What?
And then spend it.
Thanks, Nick. I thought you were really gonna help me. How does sticking pennies up my ass give me an edge when I meet with him?
You don't just stick them up your ass, you spend them. And like I said, it's a long-term strategy.
It's horrible.
Yeah, well, it works for me.
You know what? I used to look up to you. You don't have it together, Nick. You stick pennies up your ass for confidence. That's not having it together.
Do you think you're better than me? I've been sticking $30 in pennies up my ass for the past 11 years. That's 3,000 pennies a day, 21,000 pennies a week, 1,092,000 pennies a year. To date, that's 12,012,000 pennies, 8 times the population of Nebraska. Those pennies were in my ass. You think you're better than me? You're not better than me. You handle my ass pennies every day. You pick up my ass pennies for good luck. You throw my ass pennies in fountains and make wishes on them. You give my ass pennies to your little daughter to buy gumballs for. You handle my ass pennies every day. All of you. You all handle my ass pennies. I laugh at you before you can laugh at me. Because your pennies have been in my ass.
No big deal. What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another YoJoeJerk toy review. I'm your host, Jefferson Darcy, and today we'll be looking at the G.I. Joe Firefly. Alright, let's take a look at this box. We got the beautiful original card artwork right here. Mezco 112 Collective. On this side of the box, Firefly Cobra symbol 112 Collective. On the other side of the box, we just get more names and logos. Top of the box, G.I. Joe. On the back of the box, we get a look at Firefly and all included accessories. On the bottom of the box, legal shit barcode. Alright, let's get this open. There's nothing to cut, so we're just gonna flip that. Get our little poppin' stick in here. Pop! Alright, ever so gently, the pull-out game, cause this box is stacked up. Alright, we got Mezco paperwork. The usual, you break it, you bought it. Over here, we get an instruction manual, and I will be taking a look at this so I don't break any of this shit. We're back, and we got the overhead thing going on. And like my boy Toy Gaines says, opening a Mezco is like a ritual. So let's pop the top. And we'll get that off. We got all this little plastic right here to get off. And then I'll bring this up for the quick look. And ooh, there is so much shit in here. And we're gonna go over all of it, but this is a fun quick look. Alright, gang, and this is what comes in tray number 2. We get all kinds of goodies, guns, magazines, knives, grenades, detonators! Yeah, this thing is packed with all kinds of stuff. We got blast effects belts. And then our last tray, we get our stand Mezco bag and our arm for the stand. Alright, let's take a look at this figure. And right off the bat, we're gonna take a look at that beautiful head sculpt. And again, Mezco just kills it. They have just amazing sculpting. Look at all the texture on the mask. You can see all the seam lines just running around this thing. Paint detail all the way around to the back. And just right away, that soft goods turtleneck is so fucking good. Alright, let's get down to these boots. They got nice paint, weathering. They look like they've been through war. Bottoms have nice sculpted tread. They don't have a shitload of range, but they do go back and forth a little bit, side to side. At the top of the boot, we got some swivel. Now, up into the pants, I would normally say these things look bobo, but they actually look really good for what's going on here. Camo pattern is excellent. Figure does get a lot of range. You can't bend him all the way up. Definitely double jointed. And up here at the thigh, he does have some swivel, goes out that far, kicks forward that far, knee does bend down really well and goes back, so the pants aren't gonna tear on you. They look pretty good. Get that other knee up, so you can see that the pants have a lot of range, and like I said, they don't look bobo. Now at the waist, we just get that normal stitching all the way around. He's got little ass pockets. He does get some range. He does go forward. He does go back. Up here at the chest, his flak jacket is a separate piece. You can take it off down here if you want to. I am not going to be doing that shit, but all the detail is there. The camo matches. Everything looks great. It fits on him perfectly. And up here, the collar looks great with the turtleneck. We'll pop the head off so you can get a better look, and this just complements the design so much. Stitching at the shoulders looks great. He looks super menacing, nicely squared off. At the shoulder, you do get a little bit of butterfly action in there. He does have some shoulder swivel. These are always double jointed, so you can bring it all the way up. Gloves are sculpted great, tons of detail. Yeah, and all in all, just this base body with none of his equipment on, it's pretty badass. All right, and we're back. We're gonna take a look at accessories, and this isn't even half of them, so let's get into it. I'm gonna break this into a couple of sections to make it easier to digest. So we're gonna do all of his equipment that goes on his body separately. We're gonna do the hands. We're gonna do the weaponry. But first up, let's look at these extra head sculpts, and they are fucking amazing. This is always my favorite one, the cockeyed one. We're gonna put this one on for the rest of the review, and then we have the giving you the stink eye head. Just phenomenal sculpts on both of these. We're gonna do the little tray of shit first, so I don't have to put it in my hands. We get extra pouch pieces for the belt, and you'll see that the belt itself has little pockets that come off. We get these two little detonators here, an array of explosive grenades, 3 different throwing knives, double magazines for both weapons, a little iPad, and the mother of all detonators. Now we'll take a look at his basic weaponry. We get these 2 awesome sticks of dynamite. They are highly detailed, highly painted. They look amazing as usual, and just lots of fun, and you get 2 of these bad boys. Next up, we get these goggles, and these are so much fun. The lenses are actually clear. We'll throw them on the figure in a little bit. Has some stretchy material, so it fits on the head good. Here we get his pistol, and just Mezco and the guns. They do make the best weapons in the business. So much detail on here, so much paint for a little gun. This slides back. How cool is that? Goes forward. The magazine does come out, ports right back in. Boop. Here we have his awesome machine gun with the suppressor on there. That comes right off if you just want to use it as a regular gun. Looks great. Has port for blast effects. The stock actually goes up and down, so it actually extends. Magazine comes out. You can see a little painted bullet in there. Ports right back in. Boop. This machine gun has lots of wash on it, and like I said, it is just incredible as always. And now we have his backpack and his drones. So let's get into this backpack. This thing is incredibly cool, super detailed, and it just brings him up another level. So we got like shotgun slugs up there, painted nice, tons of detail. Over here, just more canisters, I would assume are grenades or something, and then we have the classic crossbelt with the clips. On the back, we have storage for everything. This opens up. You have all of his little tools in there, painted perfectly. And yeah, I'll show you how this backpack all works in a minute. Over here, we get this little micro machine drone. It has little wheels that move. It's a lot of fun. It is built to go into the backpack, and I'll show you in a minute. And next up, we got these 2 little flying drones, and they're detailed really well. Lots of fun. There's a port for effect there. We got a little paint on there. The wheels spin. And yeah, they clip into the backpack too, and I'll show you that in a minute. And what do you know? The table filled back back up, we got lots more stuff going on here. Here we got his belt, lots of pouches, lots of paint, lots of texture, lots of detail. And like I said, some of these pouches come off, so you could clip on those other ones, but I'll show you that in a minute. Next, he has this holster that'll go on his leg, and we'll put that on there. Basically, when you take off one of the pockets on the belt, this will clip on, and we'll show you that. And just more exquisite paint and detail and molding. And look at this, even on the other side, there's plastic straps. For the left leg, it is basically the same, except for you get more little bombs or detonators or whatever they are. They look amazing. And next, you get a bunch of knife sheets, painted really good, nice wash, and basically you get an extra one of these, and you can just throw them wherever on the body. And last up, he has another little thing for his arm. It's another little computer built in, so he's got a little screen right there and a keyboard with lots of paint. And like I said, I'm gonna throw all this stuff on the figure, and then we're gonna take a look at everything. And last, we got the hands. We got these opened up hands, we got these grabbing little hands, we got trigger finger hands, bitch slap hands, and grab the dynamite hands. So first up, I got the belt on him, and it fit on perfectly. It looks awesome. And this is what I was saying, we could just pop these off and you get these little pegs sticking out on the sides. Same thing over here, so you can pop that out, and I'll show you what that's all about in a second. So basically, you're gonna put on this holster thing, and then up here you're gonna see a little hole, and you just marry it into that side right there, and now they're all one piece, and that looks fucking awesome. Look at that shit. And it does move along with the legs, so like when you pose them and shit, it'll still stay with the belt. Pistol does port into that holster, no problem. Boop. And here we go, I've connected up the left side, so that looks fucking tight. And like I said, all the Bobo shit goes away once you start putting on the belt and everything. And here he is with the backpack, and this really just fucking completes it out. Like, this thing is not Bobo at all. It's fucking dope. I would almost say that this is on the level of Hot Toys. Like, this is so fucking good. Now I'm gonna show you the storage for the drones. You're gonna open that up, and we're gonna take this little car, and you basically, if you look here, it just kind of slides in there, and then you just shut that, and now you got storage for your little remote control. Next up, you could take the drone and follow the instructions, please, but it basically, if you just push it uncomfortably in there, and you close that, it's stored on there, and that is just well designed and fucking dope. And here's the drone stored on the other side. Alright, next up, we loaded him up with his little freaking arm communicator, and that fit on there awesome, looks great. We also got the knives on his arms. I went ballistic. I put a little one up there, the big one there, and another one down on his foot. So he is just fully loaded now. Here he is with the goggles. Mine aren't very tight. The strap kind of falls around the head and then they go loose, but they look very dope sitting on his head like that. So this is probably how I'm gonna have him anyway, because I want to see the crazy. Alrighty, here we have him with the splayed hands, and they just always look awesome. Also, on a side note, don't ever turn this figure upside down, because the knives will fall out, and they're itty bitty, and I almost lost them all to the carpet. And here he is with the pimp slap hands, and again, they're just amazing. I love the variety of hands on these figures. You just get so much out of it. Here are the grabbing hands, and they're a little bigger, so you could fit lots of stuff in there. And you could use these grabby hands for his fancy cell phone, fits in there good. Or your standard wireless detonator. These hands hold the grenades, no problem. And last up, he can hold all this dynamite, no problem. And here we have the knife throwing and holding hands, and they are tight. These knives are not coming out. And onto the trigger finger hands, and they hold both weapons, no problem. He just looks like a motherfucking badass ready to sabotage your fucking world, baby. And real quick, last, we have them all loaded up with the blast effects, and the drones have an effect that you can plug in. You can see right over here, there's just a little port, so when you're not using them, you can just put it in like that. And for size comparison, we have him with the Mezco Roadblock and Snake Eyes. And here we have him with his G.I. Joe classified counterparts. We got Cobra Island and Regular. And here we have him with the classified Alley Viper and Big Boa. And last up, we have him with the Action Force Bone Collector and Marvel Legends Deadpool. So at the end of the day, and my final thoughts on Firefly are, I think he's the best Mezco has to offer as far as G.I. Joes go, and probably just all around. They have completely outdone themselves with this figure. From the sculpting, the clothing, the accessories, everything is a fucking home run. It stays true to what the original is, but also adds its own complete flavor, and that's what makes it the best Firefly I've ever seen. And that's all I got this time, people. I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next review.
Holy fuck! That was diabolical!
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.